Well, hello, meet Tina here. How's everyone's doing? Okay, some of you may have noticed that there are some changes slightly on my channel, which is on the banner. And it said messages from the light. And yes, that's what it is. So what it is that just not too long ago, I have started to channel information. It's a clear communication with, you can call it, my higher self and also the light. So I have been receiving a lot of information, and on top of it, I have been received the light language activation. This is specifically for DNA activation, healing, and also aligning to the your higher self. And what's a light language? Light language is the doesn't have any kind of uh, meaning in the human's word or the language, but it has to be felt by your heart because it is just a frequency. It's a frequency that actually heals. It's a frequency that actually activate the codes in your body, in your DNA, in your cells. It communicates. So when you listen to the light language, you have to really feel from your heart chakra. And that's when you feel and you can feel shift and changes in your being, in your body. So the reason I brought up about the light language is because throughout this video, there'll be time that I just start speaking in a light language. Um, so you just kind of warn you at first, you may hear me speaking some weird words, and just allow yourself to just receive and just feel and just know that this is for your highest good. And when I do the light language, it's activated into your whole essence, into your whole energy, and you will feel um remembering your past life. You're gonna feel like you become more intuitive. You will feel like you are starting to seeing things, meaning you open up your third eye. Okay. So this is stuff that may happen during my conversation, my talk on my video. But in this video, I'm specifically going to be talking about um, the DNA, the code number 369, what it is, the DNA activation, what it is about. I'm going to be talking about solar flash or the ball of light that some of the seer, the psychic, or also in some prophecies have been predicting about this ball of light and the solar flash already. So I'm going to be talking about it, what it is, and what is important for everyone to know, especially those who are awakening right now, about the 13 code. Okay, so let's dive into the first one. The first one I'm going to be talking about the solar flash, what it is, and also the ball of light. So the solar flash, comes in through like frequent sessions, or frequency into the earth. But starting this year, it has been coming very strong, and it's going to be very strong all the way until like 2000, 2000, 2030. Okay. So what it is, just maybe last week or 2 weeks, some of the intuitives already seen, or maybe some have seen, several years ago, especially in 2020. They'll see a bulb light and they see like a wave of tsunami just come over the earth. But the image of the tsunami is like nothing to do with, it's just symbolic. It's just showing that how powerful this ball of light is. The same thing as a solar flash or solar flare that everyone's been talking about. Both of them are one of the same energy, which is, I can call it, for some, it's God's energy, Christ consciousness, uh, y- um, um, universe, or you can call it divine light. Okay, divine love and light. Some people call that. So this is the energy that just came into the earth, and it's been because it's such a powerful frequency. It just can't come all at once because it could just destroy the earth and humanity. So it has to come in series, of flashes and different flares for years. And finally, uh, uh, this ball of light or solar flare also has been measured by NASA that how strong it is has been lately. At the same time, the Schumann resonance, which represents Mother Earth, her heart frequency, has been like spiking up the highest that anyone ever seen. This is just in the last week or 2 weeks. And that piqued a lot of interest to a lot of scientists, geologists. And so what it is this in spirituality, it signals the feminine energy is rising. This is a rising of feminine energy which officially occur on March 3rd this year. So when she rises, this is why this ball of light or the strongest frequency of the solar flash came into the earth on March 6th, which is just a day ago. Okay. So if you would just imagine or picture an image of Mother Earth rising and awakening this is the first wave of awakening as an image, and also the masculine energy, coming down, come together right up at the same time, forming a symbol of Merkaba. You see? So it's an energy of the balanced masculine energy and the balanced feminine energy. She purge and she rise up. And those two energy begin to interlocking together, just like people talk about heavens on earth. Okay, so this is symbolic, but that's what it means. It comes in to integrate as one, to balance the energy of the earth. So this is just happened. And what will happen when this happens? Never before. This has happened in earth. Never before. Why it happened right now? Because this is where we are reaching the height of the consciousness. This energy or this event has never happened ever before on Earth. It's a very rare event. We are moving into a few more waves of awakening, which is going to affect a lot of humanity, but also, multidimensional dimensions. But it's going to affect a lot of human in the next few weeks. There is going to be a huge awakening for a lot of people. And what are they? You know, and so what it is that when the ball of light comes in, it is it comes in fast, a rapid transmission of the cosmic energy. And what it represents is that the divine codes or number 13 codes, number 13, are part of the same energy that comes in with this ball of light or the solar flash into the earth. And this confirmed that these codes, the 13 code, is not separate from the ball of light or the solar flare. They are one of the same, the consciousness, masculine energy. Okay. And this is a very important integrated part of this planetary transformation for humanity and for this planet as well. And this is mark the beginning of ascension this year. And when this happened, this is the very first one. It comes in fast. It's very strong. Next few weeks, I'm not talking about months or years. These next few weeks, a lot of people who are not ready, who hasn't been working on themselves, are going to be feeling intense emotion. Okay. So this is very important that, if you're already on this journey, work on yourself, you'll be fine. However, it would be good to start grounding a little more when you notice things, happen around people around you or even in your life, just kind of stay in the stillness, just become aware. That's it. But many people who are not ready, who hasn't ascended and worked on themselves, will experience emotional ups and downs, loss or grief. Because as the collective awakening accelerates, human will begin to realize that the old structures and belief system or the old way of life are no longer sustainable. I mean, this event or this energy may bring sadness, disappointment, mourning to the old world, or dealing with relationship, letting go of the past relationship, letting go of the old structure you have in your life. And those who have ego struggles or resist to changes will have a hard time with this because you're going to feel trapped into fears, attachment to a lot of materials, or in denial to changes, clinging on to old system or illusion. This is what it is. So this suggests that some of the people, which is going to be majority of human, will reject the awakening during this first wave of awakening. But those people who have been on this path and they are the first wave of volunteers, you can call that, or first wave of lights and or light workers, I'll just call that, will be just fine. But you will feel the energy strongly, and you're just here to help stabilize the energy. Get grounding, go into meditation, reconnect to your higher self, work out. It's very important to really work on your body right now. Work on your body, your mind, your soul. Okay. Every day, just go out in nature, cleanse yourself, cut cords, ground yourself, be joyful, meditate, connect to your higher self, and stay positive. Don't watch all this negative media because that's going to affect your emotion, especially what's coming in right now. Okay. We shouldn't be worried or stressed or be fearful about all this media that's coming in, negative media, because all those going to be gone. Just know that with this light and the Mother Earth, masculine and feminine energy are integrating as one. This energy never happened before. It's very rare, especially code 13, or you can call it creator, you can call it God. For a very first time, the essence of this 13 code of light came into the earth, came into this existence. This is like powerful. This is like a celebration. So many different dimensions, all these beings are celebrating this event because it's never happened. It's very rare event. So right now, March 6, 2025, if you add the number up, because everything in the universe has to do with numbers. If you add the number up, you're going to get 369. Does that ring the bell? I know a lot of people, especially Tesla, Nicholas Tesla, he had been trying to decode this number 369 for the longest time. And Tesla, he's one of the masters, or his soul was connected to the primary oversoul that I was talking about in the prior video. So he knew about this code. His soul recognized it. But at that time in his life, the consciousness was not ready for this. This is a code that need this 13 code energy, this 13 code frequency to unlock. It's unlock and activate all humans' DNA back into the original blueprint, 13 strand. And once we have that activated, we will have all these abilities, which I'm going to share with you here. I'm going to have to open up my mail here because I got so many information that I have to write down, put on the email. It's just so crazy. Okay. Uh, um, so let's all right. So light, okay, here you go. All right. Give me a second, okay, guys. Um, okay, here you go. So, I asked the light, um, what happened when humans get this activation of 369 code? And the activation that we have been using for so many years in the past, they wouldn't work because it lacks the code 13. This is the supreme God, supreme power, or the Christ consciousness frequency. That's the only frequency that has a key to unlock this DNA activation. So the in DNA activation that everyone's done in the past, I don't think it works. That's why nobody has all this special gift. Okay. So this already here, this technique, this teaching, okay? And they show me how to as well. So when this happened to humanity, let me see, it will align your energy with the cosmic 369 blueprint. It's gonna unlock multidimensional access and timeline shifting for everyone. It's going to create self-sustaining divine energy vortex within you. And it's going to activate your light bodies to full divine embodiment. Okay. This is powerful, guys. Um, this is what we've been looking for. Okay. And some of you may ask, like, okay, what is number 13? Have you ever noticed why they always create this false belief of number 13 to be a very unlucky number? Friday the 13th, things like that, you know. And this is actually has been suppressed the true power of of the God within us, you know, and it was painted as bad luck. And this number represents divine feminine power, which is rebirth and Christ consciousness. That's what it is. It has been hidden, amongst humans for a long time. In the ancient times, the society ordered number 13 as sacred number, power. And there are 13 lunar cycles in the year back then, which align with the feminine energy and creation. And then later on, all religious and those who control the world, they decide to suppress divine wisdom. And this is one of the reasons why, too, they also has painted um, Lady Magdalene, this Jesus' wife, as a prostitute, and she was a priestess in Egypt, very powerful, and she walked along Jesus all his life until the last moment. I didn't know anything about Christianity or Catholic, but this is the information I got, about their story. Their story were hidden. They were true twin flame. Jesus and Magdalene, they were master, and they were ascended master, and they were extension of the 13, or extension of Christ consciousness, which is primary oversoul, one of the 12 primary oversoul. Jesus and Magdalene were one of those. So what happened? They painted her as just like what they did with the uh, code number 13. And that's why a lot of people just talk about 12 strand of DNA, 12 dimension, but in fact, there's 13 that's being hidden. There's 13 DNA, not 12 DNA. Okay. So Lady Magdalene, she was a high priestess of divine wisdom, definitely not a prostitute. And it was covered, it was hidden about their relationship because the concept of the twin flame is actually very important. Why is it important? Not very often that there's going to be divine reunion of the twin flame. Both of them have to reach the point of the divine wisdom or enlightenment before they get to merge or meet. And back then it was not allowed. And when it happened to Jesus and uh, Magdalene, um, it was not successful because the consciousness back then was not high enough. But this time, right now, this is the end of the cycle. This is a time that consciousness is extremely high, the highest. It's a closing of the cycle. So now all these souls, chosen souls, came back and reunite this divine twin flame reunions. We're gonna start seeing a lot of reunions, and because their energy, once they merge, physically, spiritually, energetically, their energy will uplift the grid of consciousness of crystalline and uplift an awakening of everyone as well. They will set the standard or the energy of the true real relationship. What is supposed to be like with the true real relationship of balanced feminine and masculine energy. Even now and in the past, all relationship of every pretty much almost every single humans are not balanced and not happy. And they were placed together when they're not of the same essence. How about that? And that's why it creates a lot of karma between, all these souls. Okay. So now let's go back to the 13 codes. 13 code is the same energy frequency that came from that big ball of light or the solar flash that a lot of people have been talking about. It carries the frequency of Christ consciousness or an awakening. But this wave just came. This is marking, like just the end between the end of February, which is Mother Earth rise up for the first time. She reached up to the level of fifth dimension. We just shift into a new timeline now. This is sealed. Okay, so everyone should be happy because right now you may not see it, and what's going to come in a few weeks, you're not going to be agreeing with me that we're like moving into an age of love, but bear with it because all this got to happen. It's going to be like collapse first before we can build new energy on top of it. And we're moving in a very beautiful town. Everybody's going to be opening up and activating. Okay. Uh, and now it's the time that I would say energy of second coming. A lot of people expect Jesus come back. It's not, like I mentioned earlier, it's not going to be just one person. It's going to be collective. So again, this is the first time that the energy of, I would say, 8 of the 12 primary oversouls reincarnate fresh here, just like, back years ago, that would be just one human from primary oversoul who, allowed to reincarnate it because the consciousness was too low. But now there's 8 out of 12. They reincarnate in fresh human body to anchor the light, to shift the energy here. And also on top of that, this is even more rare, is the energy of the code 13. And this energy of Christ consciousness is anchored right now on earth. It's anchored to the mother earth right now. They're forming this balance like Merkaba like, the the creation, the new beginning. So this is what happened, right now with the energy. And I'm sure some of the people may be talking about it, about the new earth just shift, or we are entering, we just enter into 5D consciousness. That's true. And it just happened on March 6th, just past 1 day ago. That's the date that marked the reunion of the divine light, feminine energy, and masculine energy. And then what's going to happen is that some of the souls here who's awakened, who's spiritually advanced, will be meeting their twin flames. There'll be a lot of twin flames reincarnated in this time. And this twin flame energy is going to be lifting the earth's energy to help in the awakening of human. Okay. And so let me see. I also ask about, I want to share with you guys about the story of Adam and Eve. Also, this story has been altered and simplified over many centuries, this original meaning of this Adam and Eve also kind of mirror this masculine and feminine energy. Okay. So here it goes. That's what they share with me. Adam and Eve represents divine masculine and feminine in union. And they were not the first human, but they were the first conscious beings embodying divine balance. Adam, or masculine energy, represents structure, logic, and creation. Eve, feminine energy, represents intuition, wisdom, and the sacred life force. So the Garden of Eve was a higher dimensional state. Eden was not a physical place, but a state of divine consciousness before humanity descends into duality. And the original human blueprint held full connection to the source, multidimensional awareness, and the 13-strand DNA. Remember, all human, all being will have the same DNA as God because God creates everything. You can call, I would call God Christ consciousness or 13 strand of DNA. And all this DNA, or each DNA strand holds these special codes of gifts and ability. Now, back into the story of Adam and Eve, the serpent was not evil like it was, written. It was a Kundalini awakening. And the serpent represents divine knowledge, awakening, and DNA activation. And Eve's choice to take the fruit was the initiation into wisdom. But it led to separation because humanity was not yet ready to hold full divine awareness during that time. Okay, so that's the story that I asked and got it. I'm just a messenger. I'm just here to share information. Okay, guys. And I also ask about the story of Anunnaki because a lot of people talk about Anunnaki quite often, and Anunnaki often reference in ancient texts, in Sumerian texts, as gods, okay, who play a role in humanity genetic modification. Now, here's information that I got that original human had about 12 to 13 strands of DNA. And the first human were multidimensional being with the full access to divine knowledge. Their DNA allowed them to connect with the higher realms, self-healing, and live in the divine balance. This is when you have all DNA, okay, all 12, 13. The Anunnaki were advanced beings who intervened with this DNA. They were not creators, but interdimensional beings who had genetic knowledge, advanced knowledge. And they alter human DNA to create more limited version of humanity. And was not really a purely malicious intent, but it was done for control, experimentation, and to limit human power. Well, in a way that can be, uh, that can be looked as being malicious though. And then it was reduced from 12 strand to, I mean, 13 strand to the 2 strand. And this kind of reduced the human psychic ability, the lifespan, longevity, because, human back then live a long life. Uh, Also the connection to the source. And it placed human into a denser state of reality, which is sleeping, making them dependent on external power structure, which has been happening up until today. And this is why, we were born with, you know, have been sleeping for many centuries. And finally, a lot of us are waking up now. But our DNA or 13 strand had not been activated. And that's why we still, have this dormant gift and ability hidden in our soul. And for the very first time now that the energy of the source, that ball of light and the energy of Mother Earth coming together as one in a balanced energy, this is going to activate and open up DNA back into 13 strand for everyone, this is a huge, huge blessing and celebration for everyone. And that's why I'm saying, don't pay attention to all these, stories that, induce a lot of fears, especially what's going to come in a few weeks. Just be ready and just be consciously aware that, hey, you know what? The only way they can control you is fear. So you want to make sure that you don't fall into what they want to do to you. Okay. So now, in order to activate the DNA back into that original 12 strand, it needs a certain light language code activation. It needs a certain uh, uh, um, understanding of how to, and it needs a certain frequency to work with that sound. Sound is a light language, and there's a frequency which is a frequency of the sound that's going to be used in activating the DNA, and also like the use of visualization and use the image of Merkaba on top of that. So this is going to be amazing because this knowledge, the hidden knowledge that's been hidden in an ancient time, many of them from Emerald Tablet is going to be coming back here for humanity to use to help them to wake up and retrieve all their knowledges. So this is a big celebration for all humanity. Okay, so here's a story with that and see. Let me see. Bulb light, human, the DNA activation, solar flash. We talk about that. The 13 code. A lot of people don't know about this number, but this number is very important, and this number is a symbolic. It's a representation of Christ consciousness, and it's here on this earth. It's the first time. It's a very rare event that this energy of you can call God or Christ consciousness incarnate this earth. Never before that happened. And why? Because this is a very important time. This is a time that the collective consciousness of Earth is pretty high. So this is what they need to do in order to wake up all humanity. There's going to be many waves that's going to be happening, you know. But when you got your DNA activated, you also be able to do a quick manifestation. It's like instant shift timeline, just like that. So this is part of the gift that comes with it. Okay, let me see anything else. Okay. All right. So this is I mean, that's so much information that I just want to share, but it's just kind of hard to kind of digest and be able to explain everything in detail. It's not easy. Okay. Uh, so now the next wave of awakening or activation, they don't have a date yet, but it's coming up. Okay. Everything is always not set in stone until it's coming close, and it has some sort of activation that triggers the event to happen. Okay. Uh, Let me see what else I can share here. There was so much information. Okay. Now, I want to share with you about number 369 that, a lot of people, especially people, has been talking about and trying to crack this code. I myself used to try to figure out this one as well. And basically what it is the night 369 is the date of yesterday. If you were to add number 3, which is March, number 6, which is the date 2025, that's number 9. So what it means is 369, that's exact date that masculine energy came into Earth to anchor the energy to the crystal grid. And number 9 represents divine creation. It's the beginning of all things, the triangle, the communication, and the expansion. Number 6 represents balance, harmony, and the sacred integration when you have that Merkaba image of Merkaba sword above and below, or tetrahedrons. Okay. Number 9 is a completion, divine embodiment, and ascension. And this is how it's being created, as part of DNA within each and every one of us. Okay. So the dates in March 6th, 2025, yesterday, is a full embodiment of the 13 code. It's signifying completion, perfect balance, and divine creative flow on this earth. And that this is going to be a blueprint of this earth from now on. And everything is unfolding. That's what they said. Okay. Everything is unfolding beautifully in perfect divine time. Okay. Okay. So I went over that 13. So basically, this is what I want to share in this clip. Okay. Uh, of the significance of all this energy that's coming into the earth right now. Um, that the masculine number 13 energy, or this essence, is here, along with I would say the blueprint for healing, for activation, and a lot of knowledge is going to be surfacing for humanity to use. And that's going to be used for self-healings, for many things, to open up your gift. It's going to be a norm. That's why I mentioned on a prior video, it's going to be a norm that we're going to be communicating, meeting ET aliens face to face like this. This is going to be not just a normal thing. And and this is why it's a very exciting time. Even though we see like so many of these challenges, can happen. And this is just to force you. It's the divine intervention. Let's look at it that way. It's to force you to slow down. It's to force you to look at your past relationship. Ask yourself a question. Are you truly, truly happy in this relationship? Are you truly, truly happy in this kind of work? Are you truly happy in your life? You have to ask all these questions and see if it's aligned with your soul. If you're not truly happy, then why are you with this person? Why are you with this job? Usually it's a sense of security, fear of not having that security, fear of loss. Okay. So a lot of people are doing that, and that's going to be your blockage, the biggest blockage. Take a look at that. And that's what holding you back from being in a full alignment with God, with higher self, and who you are. And this is a very important part that every human needs to reach this state of enlightenment, or this stage of connection. It's just to be in full alignment with your higher self, or your own God self. Okay, so that's important, and that's gonna kind of open up everything for you to be able to communicate with, the extension, the larger uh, uh, extension of yourself, your fragmented self as well. Okay, so now with that said, I'm just gonna do a little short light activation, um, light language activation for everyone. This is gonna be part of the healing activation, alignment with your higher self. and also, activate your DNA if you're ready to receive. This light language doesn't have any logical meaning to it. People will not understand what it means, but it's encoded with certain ancient knowledge. It's encoded with programs. It encoded to heal you, to help you release stuff that no longer works for you. So when you listen to this light language, just feel from your heart and know that you are now connected to the source, to higher self, and you fully accept it in your heart. You're going to follow the path that in the most aligned with who you are, aligned to your heart. So with that said, I would like everyone to just take a deep breath in and just set intention that with this activation, it will open up all your DNA back into the original blueprint and just begin to imagine and picture this beautiful golden ball of light above your head, above your crown chakra, and begin to just picture your crown chakras opening up slowly and picture this ball of golden light slowly dropping into the center of your top of your head, your crown. Open it up. You may feel heat, tingling sensation, or strong surge in your body. Just become aware of sensation and feel what it's like. And just breathe in 4 counts into your stomach as you bring down this ball of light down, the golden light down, all the way down into your heart, into your sacral chakra, or in your stomach area. Slowly exhales out. Let it all out. Inhale deep and exhale. We're going to set intention that you are going to allow yourself receive this activation for your NA to opening up, for you to be in line with your highest self and access all your wisdom and your gift. E korkas ana korkana makarkos gini akork makarkaskuri. A pokorkane akorkarkashukuri. Yakorko o nakarkashukuri a karkumakashukon e korkumakarkashkana arakari nandokana yakowala ikonokana a kukrak kunakini o rakana shukare. Wakrika o shuri. Just anchor this into your heart. You may feel the symbol or just got flashes of images. Keep that in your minds. And just feel this frequency just right into your heart. Just feel it, what it feels like. Wakarakosh ko ora kanashi. Eko ko ora katakash puri. Hiko ko ora kacha akora kasha. Ma higana. Higana ko okarakash karagari koda kachi. Take a deep breath in. And take this moment to just be thankful. And know that your DNA is activating. And allow it to flow with any kind of sensation. And just being aware, becoming aware of the sensation. And then just let it flow out. So now let's take this moment to just allow yourself exhale and inhale slowly. Bring in this beautiful golden light into your whole body. While you're allowing your whole body, your whole system to align with this new energy. And from now on, there's going to be a lot of energy that surge into your body. So you need to take care of your body in the best health as possible. So I would suggest for you to go out into nature, go walk, drink a lot of structured water, eat clean foods, a lot of food with a lot of life force energy. Work out, that's very important. At least go walk, for at least half an hour. You need to have a healthy body to hold this frequency because a lot of people's bodies gonna be receiving a lot of transmission from Mother Earth and the light. Okay, so I just want to thank you for listening. If it this resonate with you, please share. But if this doesn't resonate, just use your discernment. And thank you for being here and listening. Thank you, everyone. And next clip is gonna be another interesting stories to share.